You've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Hope so. You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
Yeah. Well, just get into the sewer system ASAP. Hopefully anyone who notices you will just mind their own business. You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with the repairs. Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. Amusing on 2 levels.
Let's go.
¿Quién es ese güey? Un mariachi, ¿no? ¿Un cyborg? Ese sombrero. ¿Qué?
Adiós, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
It's Raiden. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers. FYI, they're also involved with the cartels in human trafficking. Allegedly, anyway.
This just gets better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So I'm looking for anywhere the lab might hook up with the sewers?
Yep. If they're actually dumping waste, they've got to link up somehow. Find that connection, sneak into the lab, and see if you can find evidence implicating them on anything.
No problem. Stealth's my specialty.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Do we have any idea what kind of research they're doing there?
Not really. Maybe something related to all the people they're trafficking.
Like experimentation?
It's possible. First things first, though. Find a way into that lab. Oh, right. It says here the locals say black crocodiles live in those sewers, so you know, watch out.
Black crocodiles? Could they be talking about UGs?
Maybe just an urban legend. But still, be careful.
I will scout ahead. You will provide backup.
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation.
So one of my favorite things about Rising is the straight man of the game is a robot dog.
UGs are patrolling the sewers. Exercise caution.
And also, when Blade Wolf was remade, his body's made to match Raiden's, including his, like, dog ears come together over his face, just like Raiden's visor.
That's so cute. Anyhow, we've got one of these.
You got the pole arm. When you have unique weapons equipped, your light attack will always still be your sword, but you lose your sword's strong attacks in favor for the new weapon. And all the inputs for the combos are the same as the ones for the sword, so you don't need to remember too many button inputs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And the nice thing about the pole arm is that all the finishing moves for all of his combos can be extended by tapping the button a bunch.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I was expecting Killer Croc in this Batman game.
Dang it. He's chapter 3.
Better take
Ah.
that energy quick.
This is great.
I love this guy. So this is one of the enemy types that was actually planned for the original Metal Gear Rising. It was carried over into the new one. It's a Mastiff, It's not a cyborg, it's just a UG.
It's a gorilla.
It's a gorilla.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a robot gorilla. On higher difficulties, these guys are fucking nightmares.
I can imagine.
Because they are one of the most aggressive enemy types, especially in higher difficulties. And also, they have more than one type of grab. They actually have two. They have this long-range one, too. And like...
Oh, that's handy.
With both grabs, you can wiggle the stick to get out of them, but even them just knocking you over to start the grab causes you to take a little bit of damage.
So let's do this properly.
Yeah.
Don't want to attract too much attention down there.
So the pole arm rules, you could play the whole game with it if you wanted, because it's just that good. You can see it racks up hits really fast. It also has a really huge range, so you can get lots of people locked into attacks. And also, later enemies like cyborgs can get stun locked by it very easily. Also, check out this execution move. Just like when you can grab the gecko and swing it around by that wire, this execution move, if enemies are near you swinging the Mastiff around, they will also get hurt.
Well, yeah, it only makes sense.
And on higher difficulties, swinging the Mastiff around does more damage, so you can actually just outright kill some enemies just by swinging him around.
Conceal yourself if necessary.
So I saw that you made one of the arms go blue. Can you just like chop off the arm right there and it tries to fight on?
Yeah.
It's like a different moveset.
Yeah, what
That's
actually
great.
happens is, so, you know, they use both their arms to grab you, but even if you cut one arm off, they'll just use a different grab. If you take both arms off, all they can do is drop kick you, or headbutt you. And the nice thing is that their drop kick is also their slowest attack, which makes it really easy to parry counter.
Great.
There's the riding I know.
But yeah, if you cut off just one of their arms, they get some different punches that are a little bit slower. But overall, I really like fighting Mastiffs, because they're just pretty cool.
I wish they danced. Can they dance a little more?
There isn't a lot of dancing. When you fight them in groups, they hop a lot.
We'll see. This game isn't nearly silly enough. There you go.
Jeez.
It's not about sombreros, it's about gorilla dance.
Yeah.
Ah, it seems the lab somehow dumps things
There is a
up.
boy in these
Weird. Also, like that gecko there that's running away. Dwarf geckos can carry guns. You don't see them do it that often, but like that one there is just holding some sort of submachine gun.
Silly Blade Wolf. That's not a boy, that's a dwarf gecko.
I don't know much about humans. What does human child look like?
He thought it was just an amputee.
Raiden, how is a baby formed?
How Rose get pregnant. I'm honestly confused. I don't think Raiden has what it takes.
So after you beat up all those dwarf gecko, if you take a look at the radar in the top right, there's suddenly a single red dot. That red dot doesn't appear until you take those dwarf gecko out.
Well, we better go do this optional fight so we can get all of the S ranks.
Yes. Well, it's actually not an optional fight. It's a secret joke enemy. You see them very rarely, but they're actually two enemies in one.
You've been making every enemy a joke.
But they are actually dwarf geckos stacked up on each other, like when they were in that coat in MGS4.
And they know Kung Fu!
Yep. They just have really super fast kicks and punches that are really hard to parry. They're really easy to kill otherwise, though. I mean, you can just chop them in half. There are 5 of these guys in the game. You don't get anything for finding all of them except for getting a trophy. The nice thing about them, though, is if you make them blow up right, they drop lots of money.
Nice.
5,000 each if you can get both of them to drop it. One other thing. If you just got normal dwarf gecko and you chop off their top arm, they get really mad.
Aww.
And then they try to blow up.
Oh, that's sad.
And this time, both of them dropped the 5,000. Hooray. This chapter is actually a really good chapter for getting lots of money if you don't want to farm by using checkpoints to respawn money chests or something. Because you can speedrun this chapter really fast, and you can also get a lot of money easily, especially like with the hidden dwarf gecko man.
I'm waving my little arms just like these things.
So these are raptors?
Yes.
The little wiggly arms are actually dwarf gecko. They actually sit in a little hole and they pilot these things. So the raptors pretty much always fight in groups. They have giant swords in the back of their legs. They send out these purple balls. They have several. They're also really good at dizzying you if they actually hit you with something, and also make the camera freak the hell out. But like those purple balls that shot out, and also this one, are like little EMP bursts, and if you get hit by one, it like immediately stuns you.
So it looks like these are built from a dwarf gecko and spare parts from big gecko and Blade Wolf.
Pretty much, yeah. Like even if you call Doctor about these things, it's like, yeah, these are kind of like gecko, but they needed like medium-sized, so they made these. Also, when you do that execution, pull the little dwarf gecko out. If you don't actually cut him up, he'll just be a normal enemy you have to fight afterwards.
Whoopsie.
Yep. Also, they're red here. If a raptor sees you kill another raptor right in front of his face, they get really angry and like all their stats get boosted for a little bit.
Oh snap.
They do more damage and they'll take less damage and all that. So an actually better way to deal with raptors...
So you somehow have to trick them into thinking the third guy just got bored and went home.
An actual good way of keeping them from getting angry is to actually just cut their legs off so they can't really do anything, and then just finish them off later, because then they can't get angry.
It looks so sad.
I know.
Poor little fella.
And just like a lot of the heavier enemies in this game, they can't be launched normally, but once their legs are weakened, you can.
Right.
There's only 2 enemies in the game that can't actually be launched. One of them is the gecko, and another one we haven't seen yet. Actually,
but we will
3.
right around the corner. I mean, there's so many enemies in this chapter.
Yeah. There's actually a 3rd one that we'll see in, like, next video.
¿Estás bien?
What you say?
Oh.
Me a Guyanese from Guyana. You speak English?
Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Ryden.
Me name George, like Georgetown.
George.
And just like all damn America president.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Me? What the rest of you do here? You lose the map of Ninja Hideout, Ninja Man?
No, I'm looking for bad guys.
Ah, damn Skunter research lab.
You know about it?
Me know me now go back. Hey, you're not one of them skunt, nah? Nah, I guess you're alright. If you're a cyborg, you know who they is?
Sort of. What happened to you?
Oh, me been live on the street, rake and scrape for a bob, nah? Then this good need dressed like the mafia say, hey boy, you want a job? What the worst gonna happen, nah? But that mother scum don't put me on a ras boat. They pack us all a bigger dirty container. Next thing we know, we're here at that zombie lab.
All kids? Like you?
Yeah, a lot of boy. But then me been over here what them skunk wanna do. Snuff us out. And got all the organ.
So you ran.
Uh-huh. Is shame me not a bad-ass robot ninja man, same as you. Ha! Me been strongest cyborg ever. Warlock all them phantoms and black clothes that eye pass me.
Starting to sound like a bad guy yourself.
Just playing, nah? Me done plenty bad thing. But me not kill no man. Nah, never.
Good.
We tried to warn the boy. I say, IOD's brain gonna get cut out. Run your ass out of there. But them boy with me no understand. They like Spanish or something. So me the only one for escape. Then that machine come after me and...
And I know the rest. George, I need every detail about how you escaped.
Oh.
So the kid got into the sewers through a drainage channel?
Yeah, he says the channel is super tight, but there's some kind of shutter next to it.
Got it. That must be where they dumped the waste.
There's something else. It sounds like a Desperado exec was on site yesterday. If a Sentry Cyborg was on hand for the meeting.
You should be able to review their video log, provided you can find a server access terminal. That would give us the evidence we need, as well as a little peek at the level of their technology.
So what about the kid?
I made sure the area was secure and told him to sit tight. Can you pick him up?
Sure. I'll send a couple agents for him. You just focus on getting into that lab. If what he said is true about the organs, we need to hurry.
Agreed. Riding out.
So if we go back to where George is hiding, he's just gone. He's an invisible child.
Well, that has tactical advantages.
Yeah. But now that we've got Blade Wolf as a buddy, he can also chat up Wolf.
Yeah!
Let's see what he's doing.
Hey, Wolf.
Let me ask you something. What do you think you're doing here? I mean, why are you working with me?
Because I choose to. I owe a debt, and I wish to repay it.
A debt, huh? How human of you.
I contest that statement. Many humans possess little or no sense of obligation at all. And many are entirely willing to trample their fellow man for personal gain.
I know. But is that it? I mean, you're willing to follow me, put yourself at risk just because of that? What do you think of what I'm doing here, for example?
A delicate question. I do find it difficult to rationalize your mission to rescue the children. If you wish to save children in need, there are hundreds of millions of others equally in need.
Thanks for the support.
However, we must still uncover the full extent of Desperado's activities. And as such, it is meaningless to debate best practices without sufficient information.
All right then. No more questions, Your Honor.
Bark. And also, we picked up a crapload of VR missions, so let's look at a couple.
Okay.
This is basically just to go over all the different mission types.
Whoa!
So there are 50 VR missions, and the 5 on top are just tutorials. 30 of them are DLC. That's like $3 now. They're unlocked from the start. The first 20 are the ones you have to unlock.
Check your fuel cells. Check your status. Let's go.
So this one sounds really simple, which is just eliminate all enemies. But you get ranked in VR missions, not in the same way as you do in normal fights. You just get ranked on how fast you beat them.
Uh-huh.
First place for killing 8 cyborgs and a dwarf gecko is 40 seconds. It is really hard to get first place in this one. You can't do any Zadatsus because it takes too much time. So you just gotta chop like their head off and just run away immediately. Like, I do that really fast, and I still hit like 38 seconds.
Well, that's fast enough. Don't worry about it. No one's judging you here. This is a safe place.
It's
It's okay.
yellow.
It's okay.
But you also get an extra bit of money anytime you beat your record. But first place is $10,000.
Nice.
And enough of the VR missions are easy enough to get first place on that you might as well just do them to get some extra money.
Eliminate all enemies. By ninja kill.
And again, to save time, you don't want to Zandatsu anybody. You just want to poke them and run. And also because you have to do it via ninja kill, you can't get caught.
Yeah, because that's not conspicuous.
No. I mean,
This
look.
was all yellow a little bit. Are they repainting?
Ah! Another pretty easy
Damn.
one. When you first start up a VR mission, it has like the mission description and it has like a diamond next to it and the amount of diamonds like right there. The amount of diamonds is
That's
the
the
difficulty.
difficulty.
Yeah, it's 1 to 5. Some of them later on are fucking almost impossible to get first place on. It is the worst. I like when I was first trying to get first place on them, I recorded them in advance so I would never have to do it again.
Yep.
It is like Jasper Bat Jr. amounts of frustration at points.
So this is just a foot race to the end.
Yeah, this one is the easiest VR mission. Like, look, I'm done,
Just
first place.
Don't stab people. The
Yeah.
end.
Later ones are a lot harder because then you'll get like dudes on high places you can't reach with rocket launchers.
Mhm.
And they'll try to, and they can knock you off the blocks and then you respawn several
I
blocks
really dig
back.
the visuals. I like the scan lines, the sort
Yeah,
of
the VR missions look cool.
everything's sort of somewhat was it cell shady looking?
Yeah, they also put like a weird filter on. You can't see it much in this one, but they also have like a different set of shadows that they make like more blocky looking.
Right. Yeah.
They put like a noise filter on it.
I was noticing that when you were going under the platforms in that last one.
Yeah. Also, these heavy cyborgs are chumps when you use the polearm on them because they just get stun locked.
I think a lot of things are chumps when you use the polearm on.
And one thing.
I know I'd be a chump if you used the polearm on me.
Yeah. Anytime you're fighting geckos in a VR mission, you always want to just run far away from them to bait them into dashing at you, because it's like the easiest way to take care of them.
Yep.
Yep.
And that is that, ladies and gentlemen.
There's also unlockables tied to VR missions. There's some you get just for beating...
Wait, only 5,000. What the fuck?
Oh, that was actually... I got second place on it my first go, and that gets you 5,000 as well.
Okay, so there's a set amount of... You can't just do a first place over and over and over.
Right. Because, like, third place is 1,000, second is 4,000, first is 5,000. If you get first...
Yeah, get that clapping bastard. What's he so happy about?
If you get first place first time, you get the money for the other places as well. I don't get first place on video in this one because I have no patience for timing grenades in this. It is almost as bad as some of the gray missions in MGS2. Like this guy. God damn it. God damn it. I'll get him. But there's an Easter egg later on in this mission, so...
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Oh, it's not the end?
Nope, there are
Oh,
like...
this one looks terrible.
There are like 3 waves.
Oh.
This one is... Like, it's not too hard to complete, it's just getting first place is fairly difficult.
What are you so happy about?
Yes! I'm alive! There we go. So this, I think, unless I'm missing, well, we've seen all the mission types for the first 20 missions. Some of the
Right.
DLC missions have their own new mission types. One of them is actually pretty neat, but you won't be able to see that for a while.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that one was alright.
Yeah. Most of the time you just want to get the guy in the center pillar, but sometimes if you just hit him a little off...
What the hell is this nonsense?
Yeah. So when if you want to get these guys, like, right away, you just have to throw, like, 4 grenades at the same spot, and they will just all blow up.
This is just playtime.
But if you don't attack these guys and let them just run around for a little bit, they make the letter P.
For platinum.
Yep. But anyways, enough of those dwarf geckos.
Agreed!
I am done throwing grenades. But yeah, just doing 5 missions can get you like $50,000. Which is a lot of upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Although they do limit some of the upgrades by chapters, so you can't get overpowered immediately.
I can't believe what they're doing in there. Guess I shouldn't be so surprised, huh?
Guess not.
Are you gonna help them?
No other choice.
I'll try to help look for someplace that might take them in.
Thanks.
Least I can do. Did you want to save your data? Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay? Say, Raiden, where'd you get that hat you were wearing?
The sombrero? Well, picked it up at a souvenir store here. I guess I just kind of like the design. Also, when you're on a scout mission, it's vital that you use the local attire to blend into the background.
Yeah. I think it looked pretty good on you. You looked like some kind of mariachi singer.
Oh, you think so?
Yep. Only, that's kind of a problem too.
How so?
Well, I mean, that sombrero really is meant to be part of a mariachi costume. Mexicans don't wear hats like that normally.
Come on. The guy at the shop told me I'd look just like a local.
Yeah, a local tourist maybe. Look, you might see a lot of Mexican men wearing sombreros during their daily routines, but, nothing like that. They'd go for something a lot more simple and compact. Something not all that different from cowboy hats in the Old West.
Are you sure?
I don't know if it's true or not, but I have heard one theory about the modern cowboy hat. They say it's based on the sombreros the original Western settlers brought from Mexico. Of course, cowboy hats come in all shapes and sizes, so you can't really say a specific one's the cowboy hat.
Huh. Well, now I know why the locals were so eager to get a look at me.
That wasn't the hat.